There's a reason why many people call the Nürburgring Nordschleife the green hell. 13 miles, over 100 corners, and no room for mistakes. This is one of the most challenging tracks in the entire world, and it has finally made its way to Assetto Corsa Evo, along with plenty of new cars. Among these new cars lies a Formula 1 legend, the Ferrari F2004. This masterpiece won 15 of 18 races in 2004, 13 of those by Schumacher, and boasted 12 pole positions over the course of the season. The F2004 was also the machine that led Schumacher to his record-breaking 7th World Championship. It is one of F1's most dominant cars. Now, Assetto Corsa also decided to add the 2025 Ferrari SF25, which has not been as dominant. Obviously, with 21 years separating these cars, there are major technological differences and aerodynamic breakthroughs that the F2004 did not have. So how would one of Ferrari's most dominant F1 cars fare against one that was designed 2 decades later at the most demanding track in the world? Why did they get rid of this, dude? Why did they get rid of this? So obviously we have quite a long outlap. It's going to take a while to get to our first flying lap here. So we got a little bit of time to kind of warm up to the car and see how it's going to do. All right, here we go. I'm going to give this a listen for the first time. This is going to be real nice. Oh, yeah. That is absolutely beautiful. I think we could just go flat. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god, this sounds so good. Why did they have to ruin it? I have to give a bit of a disclaimer as well. I might not be at my best for these laps. I woke up very early this morning for Abu Dhabi 2025, the season finale. I have a pretty funny story about that, actually. I watched the race in its entirety, right? I'm hoping for Max to win. It's coming down to the final laps. I realize the writing's on the wall. Lando's going to take it. So Lando crosses the line maybe 20 seconds after he finishes the race. This poster over here, it was in a nicer frame earlier today, just exploded.
Is this the World Champion hotline?
Like right after Lando crosses the line, it somehow fell off the wall and just disintegrated. There's glass everywhere. It was the weirdest thing ever. Like I was already kind of bummed about Verstappen losing, and then that. It's like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna warm the tires up as much as we can, and we just got a couple corners to go. And then we are on our first flying lap in the F2004 with the brand new Nordschleife on Assetto Corsa Evo. And here we go, our lap time has begun. It's gonna be, oh my god, that was absolutely atrocious. This section is a little bit scary at this speed, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard for your brain to even keep up with what you're doing. You probably take this flat out as well. Nice. Oh my god, that's absolutely nuts. Brakes are definitely a little bit sketchy. I feel like I have to brake earlier than I think I would. But so far, we're actually not doing too bad. Here we go. This is going to be flat out too. We're going to get on the brakes early here, nice and heavy. Make sure we don't go a little wide. These curbs are really dangerous around here, especially in a car that's so low like this one. There we go, come on. Oh, there's the there's some wheel spin. We're gonna have to be real heavy on the brakes into here. Oh my god, those downshifts sound absolutely insane. Yeah, the rear end is definitely feeling a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. 316 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in freedom units, but it's fast. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a lot of fun to drive. We got the carousel coming up here. I think we're going to take the banked part of the carousel on both the cars. Oh god, it's a little bumpy. Okay, that's a little scary. Oh, that was kind of close. It's hard to tell what... Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Here we go, attempt number 2. But what I was saying before I sent it into the barriers was it's really hard to tell what you can take flat out and what you need to brake for, because it's just so fast and it has so much grip. So it's kind of hard to tell like what the limit is. All right, flat through here and then big braking. Oh, looking nice through here, absolutely perfect. With the power down, looking great. This section can get a little bit sketchy with a car this fast. There's just so many quick lefts and rights, especially with a little hint of oversteer. It can be really terrifying to get on the gas. There we go, like that's a quick one right there. Making it through. Okay. It's a little too fast. Oh my god, yeah. That is crazy. Here we go, heading onto the straight now. Just absolutely ripping it up through the gears. I think this has been a decent lap, but there's definitely a lot more time to find. We got to do a second one. Here we go, last couple of corners. Real heavy on the brakes there. Come on, keep it together, just a little bit to go. Oh, a little wide, okay. We keep going. Yeah, this section is just absolutely terrifying. It's really hard to find the limit of the car. There we go, making it through there nice and smooth. Whew, okay, I think I'm gonna have to lock in a little bit. This is another nice corner two, hard on the brakes into here. And then down to first. Nice and smooth, come on. Don't kick out from beneath me, there we go. Yeah, the brakes are definitely not as responsive. I think that's going to be the biggest difference we notice with the new car is the brakes are going to be absolutely insane. Like you have to brake a lot earlier than you think in order to make the corner. Here we go, come on. Yeah, just pop into this. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. You gotta be so careful putting the power down when you're coming out of that too. Really easy to just slip sideways. This section is, oh come on, really scary. Yeah, this section is absolutely terrifying. It's just so fast, you can barely keep up. But we're doing an okay job so far. Come on, oh, keep it together. Use a bit of curve there. All right, oh my god, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Okay. All right. We're almost there. Almost there. All right, heading on to the straight now. This definitely feels like a much more solid lap than the last one. We've been absolutely cooking. There's still a couple corners we could be faster at, but just to make it through a lap in a car like this is kind of enough of a challenge. There we go. Kind of blipping the throttle a little bit around the last corner. I think this lap is gonna be a keeper. Woo! This thing's a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. All right, switching over to the SF25. Oh, that's kind of cool. They got a bunch of different liveries. Oh, that looks so good. That was a nice one. Here we go. We're in Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari. Oh baby, this is you can already tell it's gonna be a little bit different. It just doesn't sound the same. It's just not the same. All right, well here we go. We're out for our out lap with this car. Yeah, like going from that F2004 to this is just like meh, you know? Like that does nothing for me. That noise. Yeah, honestly, I can already feel the difference in the cars. Like this just feels incredibly stable and just planted to the road, like absolutely glued to the track compared to the F2004. I mean, that still had a lot of grip and a lot of speed, but this it really is a crazy difference. All right, here we go, rounding the last couple of corners and on to our first flying lap in the modern day Ferrari. Oh, and we instantly lock it. Instantly lock the fronts. That's crazy. This section should be a lot more forgiving. You can just feel the front end just dig in a lot more effectively than the F2004, but it does feel really wide, especially when you just compare it directly with a car from 20 years ago. They're a lot skinnier. This definitely does not feel as nimble. I gotta say, this is just not, I mean, we're taking that just completely flat, which we had to have a slight tap of the brakes in F2004. So it is easier to drive, but that doesn't make it as fun. You know what I mean? Oh no. Okay, we'll need a new lap. Okay, here we go. Hopefully the final attempt in the modern day Ferrari. We're gonna brake nice and early for the first corner. Make sure we don't lock up those fronts. And there we go. Now we can absolutely rip it. Especially through this first section, the difference in stability is just absolutely nuts. Like, you barely have to use the brakes. It's just insane how stable the rear end of this car is. You can just, I'm gonna say that we go wide. You can absolutely slam the throttle down. Even here, braking way later. Barely even have to use the brakes, and we can just carry so much more speed, put the power down a lot quicker. It's really a huge difference. Like, I think this right here, we can take absolutely flat out, which is insane. We need a big lift there with the other car. We can just go completely pedal to the floor through that section. So we're faster in the corners. The straights, I don't know. It's going to be close. Into the carousel we go. Oh my God. Jesus. It sounds like an earthquake. Just slam the pedal to the floor. All right. Yeah, way faster than here for sure. Just so much more stable. Even when we're hesitating and not going full throttle or braking a little bit too early, it still feels like it's faster. Here we go. Oh, we locked the front right into the final couple corners. Oh, come on, ride. Okay. I kind of want to do another one. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to do another one. Okay, here we go. Final lap. Uh-oh. Session's over. That's not good. We're going to push through it anyway. Sorry that thing's on the screen. I know it's annoying, but we're fully locked in now. We got to nail this one. I'm going to try to get a little risky up here. Flat right there. Slight tap on the brakes. And then we go heavy. Even just through this left and right, like it's just, you know, you're slowing down, but we're still in third gear. That's first gear in the F2004. And it definitely feels a lot faster in this car. The amount of grip in this car is just ridiculous. Yeah, completely flat through here. I mean, that is just bonkers. Nice and cautious, early on the brakes here. Try to get a nice clean line, back on the gas. You probably hit the gas actually even sooner. Kind of a bad run through that last corner, but so far the rest of the lap has looked pretty good. This is definitely feeling better than the previous laps. Definitely losing time on the straight. We're just really not able to pop up into 8th gear. So, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what's faster at this point. This is where we need to make up a lot of time. We had not the best run through this section of corners on the last attempt. But so far, this is feeling a little bit smoother. Hopefully it actually is. Just a single downshift, jab of the brakes, ride that corner out, nice and easy. This is a bit heavier on the brakes right here. You got a little bit of curb to use on the right. That's like one of the only curves around this whole track that's safe to use. Yeah, we are absolutely ripping it right now. This is nuts. This could be taken flat as well. Heavy on the brakes. Kind of sketchy on that right side curb. Okay, that also doesn't feel very good. I think this is also flat. Just keep the throttle pin. That's a lift in the last car. Maybe slight braking as well. So we make up time onto the straight. We're going to be slow on the straight, but we should make up time into the final corners as well. And then we'll see what we're looking at in terms of lap time. Here we go. Last couple of corners. Make a nice, easy right there. Popping down into 2nd gear. and a lot smoother across the finish line right there. That should be better. I think that was probably our best lap in this car. All right, before we get into the lap times themselves and see which car was actually faster around the Nürburgring, there is one thing to get into. So I kept both of the setups on both of the cars the default setup. I didn't tweak anything on the setups because I figured it'd be more of a controlled experiment to just load the car in and instantly get into a lap. So I think that may have resulted in slower straight line speed for the SF25. I noticed it was very difficult to even get out of 7th gear. It was only going like half RPMs in 7th gear. Even on really long straights, we were not getting up to full speed. So the F2004 was definitely faster on the straights, and the SF25 lost a little bit of time. So with that in mind, here are the lap times. The Ferrari SF25 came in with a time of 5 minutes and 32 seconds. And the Ferrari F2004 from 21 years ago came in with a time of 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So the F2004 was faster. Now, both of the laps were pretty even, I'd say. Both of the final lap attempts that we used to collect that lap time were definitely solid laps. There were definitely a couple corners I could have made up more time in each one, but it was definitely pretty equal in terms of just driver feeling. The only main difference was the straight line speed in the SF25. Not getting up to 8th gear is obviously a huge handicap for that car. So I think if the SF25 could get up to 8th gear, if that issue was, not a thing, it probably would have gone faster than the F2004. It probably would have beat it by maybe 4 seconds, I'm guessing. Maybe a little bit more, to be honest. So realistically, the SF25 is easier to handle. It's faster out of the corners. It's more stable in the corners. And it should, I think, be faster on the straights as well. But unfortunately, that was not the case. The F2004 was definitely a lot more fun to drive, though, and it sounded way better, and it's cooler, and yeah. So, in my mind, the F2004 would be the winner no matter what.